लाइट जल रहा है ठीक तो एकदम मस्त आ रहा वीडियो से.
Hello friends, myself Siddharth. So now I am teaching in the St. Paul School. Now today's class I will going to discuss the topic of light. What is light? What is the function of light? What is the utility of light? Importance of light in our several incidents in our daily life, in our daily activities, etc., etc. So now we are going to discuss what is light. What is light? Light. You can say light is another word of English. It is heavy, very soft. So that is not soft. This is light. It is nothing but a wave. It's a wave which having a magnetic nature, and it travels in a straight line, which performs several activities on the surface of the earth regarding the food processing, food produced in the plant's body, and in the animal's kingdom, it performs several works or several activities which we use in our daily life in each and every second, each and every minute, each and every hour, day by day, time to time, year after year, season after season. So now what is light? Light. Light is a form of energy which travels in a straight line and performs several works, several activities. Right? Now, light, there are several sources of light on the surface of the earth. We know the main source of light on the surface of the earth is the sun, the ultimate source of light. So, the main source of light on our earth, that is the sun. So without sun, the light is not possible on the surface of the earth. The sun performs a huge role, an important role to create light. So on the basis of the light capacity, light produced, the object having two kinds, luminous and a non-luminous body. The object which contain their own light is called luminous object or body. Right? So example, very good example. Right now I tell the sun. The sun, the stars, etc. and much more. Now, second object which do not contain its own light, that is called non-luminous body or non-luminous object. For example, the moon, the wood, the brick, the planet, etc., etc. And the non-luminous object taken light from a luminous object, mainly the sun. Now, object further classified. Object get further classified on the basis of light passing capacity. Light passing capacity through it. Like number one, opaque object. Number two, the transparent object. The transparent object. And number three, the translucent object. Translucent object. So these are the object classified on the basis of the light passing capacity through it. And there have been another characteristic feature. Opaque object, the object which do not pass the light through it completely. As the example, human body. The human body is the main example. Wood, brick, building, cricket bat, cricket ball, football, etc. And another feature of opaque object is it produces complete shadow. Why complete shadow? Because the opaque object gets stuck, makes a barrier on the way of light travels. So that's why it blocks the light and produces the shadow. Why? Because opaque object has the ability to not to pass light through it completely. Second, the transparent object. A transparent object, the object which pass the light completely through it from one side to another side, and it do not produce any shadow. Why? Because it do not block the way of light on its path. That's why the transparent object do not produce any shadow. Example, transparent object, water, plain glass, etc. Third, translucent object. Translucent object is an object which having slightly light pass through it. That means it having ability to pass the light through it in a less way or slight way, and that's why it produces a shadow which is very faint in nature, very hazy, very light. So example, translucent object, oil paper or butter paper, smoked glass, etc. So these are the object classified on the basis of light passing capacity. So now there are the objects which classified of their own light, that is luminous and non-luminous. Objects which are classified on the basis of the passing of light capacity through it. There are three types: opaque, transparent, and translucent object. Now we are going to discuss what is how light travels in a straight line. Light travels in a straight line. In a straight line. So this is a phenomenon. We know this is a phenomenon, and this phenomenon is known as rectilinear propagation of light. The light travels in a straight line is known as rectilinear propagation of light. So why it is called the rectilinear propagation of light? Because rectilinear, that means linear rectilinear. That means the object which travels, object or an appearance travels in a straight line. That means light travels in a straight line in a smooth way. That's why the travels of the light travels in a straight line is known as rectilinear propagation or rectilinear movement of light. The rectilinear propagation means the rectilinear movement. Propagation means we know the movement. So that's why the light travels in a straight line is known as rectilinear propagation of light. Now how can we establish? How can we say the light travels in a straight line? There are several activities, several examples, several processes are there. Several processes are there. So that's my, suppose we take a hollow pipe. Hollow pipe means you can make the pipe by the help of paper roll, or we can use the pipe which is we use in a plumbing work. So open, two sides are open, that is a hollow pipe. Now take a pipe and take a candle which gets glowing or burn. Now put the glowing candle on the table and keep our eyes and put the pipe in a parallel way to the glowing flame of the candle, and now put our eyes at the one end of the hollow pipe. What we can see? We can see the glowing flame of the candle. So that means the light comes to our eyes in a straight way. So how can we say, if we bend the pipe from the middle portion and after that we put our eyes at the back portion or last portion of the pipe, we can't able to see the glowing flame of candle. Why? Because the light which comes from the glowing flame of the candle gets blocked by that particular curved portion and it's not reached to our eyes. So from this observation we can say the light travels in a straight line, and we can say It is a rectilinear propagation of light. That means that light travels in a straight line. Clear? So now we are going to discuss the next topic regarding related to light. What is reflection? Reflection of light. So now I wipe up the board. Reflection of light. Reflection of light. Nothing but what is reflection? Reflection is the certain substance or certain thing which gets rebound or rebounds. That means it comes from one side and goes to the opposite side or opposite direction. That is called reflection. So light also get reflect. How light reflects? Now, to get reflect from light, it needs several things. The factors like needs a reflector either rough or smooth in nature. Second, needs source of light. Third, a source of light or presence of light and an object. Okay. Now, what is reflection of light? Reflection of light. What we can say? Bouncing back of light. That means this is a smooth surface or reflector. So light ray falls on the surface and goes back to the opposite direction. Falls on the surface and goes back to the opposite direction. So this bouncing back of light from a smooth reflector or rough reflector and goes to the opposite direction in the form of reflected ray. That is called reflection of light. So what it gives? What reflection of light gives? Reflection of light gives us to form an image. Form an image in different way and different nature by the nature of the reflector or surface. So there are two types of reflection of light. One is regular reflection or second is irregular reflection of light. So what is regular reflection of light? Regular reflection of light, that means the incident ray when falls on the smooth reflector and bounce back to its opposite direction in a proper direction, a smooth direction. That is called the regular reflection. That means the direction is regular. That means the incident ray bounce back and forms reflected ray in a regular way or regular direction. That's why this reflection is called regular reflection of light. So how we define the regular reflection of light? The regular reflection of light, when the light ray gets fall on the smooth reflector and bounce back as a form of reflected ray in a proper or smooth direction or smooth way. That is called regular reflection of light. And in this reflection, there is a condition, the angle of incident and angle of reflection are same with each other. So that's why we have seen the same image of an object, the same side behind the plane mirror. That's all for today's. Now, if you like this video, to share as much as you can and subscribe. And for subscribe, so please subscribe by the name of Siddharth at email.com at the rate of email.com. St. Paul's School.